Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making spinach and ricotta pasta. Now if you have a hard time finding ricotta cheese, I have a video that should be in a card above this and linked at the end of this video telling you how to make ricotta cheese at home. Now for 4 servings of this recipe you will need 300 grams of dried pasta, 400 grams of fresh spinach or defrosted frozen spinach, 100 grams of butter, 3 garlic cloves minced or finely chopped, 300 grams of ricotta cheese, some freshly grated nutmeg, and salt and black pepper to taste. Now if you are going to be making your own ricotta cheese for this recipe, you have an absolutely great opportunity to use the whey as pasta water. Now by doing this, it is going to impart the amazing creamy taste into your pasta. You're going to get the bonus of all the health benefits of using whey. Now if you are not using your own ricotta, that is fine, you can just boil the pasta in some salted water. Now to start, simply cook your pasta. If you are cooking it in the whey, it may act a bit like milk and boil very quickly. Now if you are not paying attention, this can easily flow out of the pan and then get all over the top of the hob, which of course totally didn't happen to me, and that's not how I know this. Now once your pasta is cooked, drain it and reserve some of the pasta water, or once again the whey if you are using, for later use, as this will be going back into the dish later on. Now if you are using fresh spinach, you want to cook it with a small amount of water. Now all we want to do here is wilt the spinach down, we are not after boiling it. And if you don't cook with spinach that much, you may think 400 grams of spinach here is absolute overkill for this dish, as it is completely filled my large pan. But trust me, this will cook down to absolutely nothing, as spinach does. Now once it has wilted, simply drain it and let it cool. And then once cooled, you can give it a gentle squeeze to remove most of the excess water, place on a chopping board and give it a rough chop. Now of course, if you are using defrosted frozen spinach, this is already going to be wilted down, so just give this a rough chop to make it into smaller pieces as well. Now in order to bring the dish together, you want to start by melting your butter in a large saucepan or frying pan. And once it has started to bubble and foam, add in your spinach and pasta. Optionally, you can add your garlic in here, but I chose to mix my garlic in with the cheese just to give it more of that raw garlicky taste. But if you want to cook some of the garlic flavour out, then just add it in right now. Now you just want to let this cook for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring nice and often. And if your pasta starts to get a little bit dry, this is where you can add back in some of the pasta water or whey. Now next you want to add in your ricotta, and either using a fork or a cooking utensil, break it up to give it a good mix. Now the consistency you're looking for is to give the pasta a good coating of this ricotta cheese. Now once again, if it does get a little bit dry, just add in a splash more of the pasta water or whey. Now once you have a nice creamy consistency to the pasta, grate over some nice fresh nutmeg and then add in some salt and pepper to taste. Give it one final stir to fully incorporate everything together, and then serve, preferably with some nice crunchy garlic bread. And there you have it, you have spinach and ricotta pasta. It is a really simple dish. If you're going to be using a fresh pasta, you can make this dish in 10 minutes or less. Now this dish tastes great, and optionally you can play with using different spices to the dish, maybe adding a little heat with some paprika or some chili flakes, or playing up the citrus hint in the ricotta if you are making it with lemon juice, with just giving it a nice squeeze of lemon over the top. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode and the bonus clip on Wednesday of how to make the ricotta cheese. If you did, let me know down below, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.